You're welcome back. This is Newsfile. It's your most authoritative news analysis show. My guests, Henry Kokofu, James Agalga, Madame Ivaloko, and Kweku Bako. Now, get self-supporting renewable electrical power from the world-leading European 40-year-old brand Vectron Energy. Reduce your ECG bills and free yourself from high cost of fueling your generators with their off-grid and hybrid solar systems using the free sun energy. Their products include Vectron Energy, Synwave, power inverters, inverter chargers, solar panels, battery chargers, ultra-fast, MPPT solar charge controllers, AGM and gel deep cycle batteries, and battery monitoring systems, among others. They offer you 5 years warranty on inverters, MPPT charger controller, solar panels, and 1 year warranty on AGM and gel batteries or GEL batteries. Call Vectron Energy now on 020 400 8074, 020 400 8074, or 020 700 2645 to fix your energy challenges at an affordable price. Locate them at Abeka Road, Tesano Commercial Plaza, first floor, same building with Zuzu Restaurant. You can also send them an email on info at Tino Solutions, that is TINO, tinosolutions.com, or you could also log on to tinosolutions.com for more. Thank you very much. Now, a very respected and senior lawyer in this country sends me a questioning which he says ought to be legitimate and we have to look at, but I'm not telling you who he is. He says that the twin of drug trafficking is money laundering. Should it not be an issue that your governor's son-in-law is a drug trafficker, even suspected at this point? Is there a risk that our banking system may have been compromised? Could this have been a tactical anchor marriage? Would a normal father-in-law not open doors for his son-in-law? Are these not legitimate questions that ought to be asked? Okay, so those are questions that my panelists are also asking. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Now, let me start with Kweku briefly on how Smarties popped up in our parliament and got into public discussion once again. In 2 minutes, what can you say about that debate that appears to have been stillborn?
Well. Smarties on record in terms of parliamentary records, and I have to be honest, I haven't been able to access a copy of the Hansard. I tried, but I didn't succeed because I wasn't ready. But I am told that in terms of some of the documentations, they had been listed as a rep.
Yes.
Of is that correct?
Yes. By China Hunan Construction Engineering Group.
Yes.
So and here we are talking about an electrification project in which the Crown agents, Ghana Limited, did value for money assessment and discovered that the price of the project had been overpriced to the tune of $22.7 million. The ministry tells us that they worked on this and slashed it to $9 million after a series of negotiations between the Ghana government and the China Hunan Construction.
Yes. So I think that my focus is not on Smarties. I really don't get the point.
Right.
In terms of overpricing or overvaluation or inflation. I'm not sure we are pointing a finger at Smarties for that particular problem. Is that what we are
The
doing?
minority was concerned
that they
would
were
have been involved in the bus branding.
No, that's different.
Right.
That's a different matter, you see, because they perhaps reputational problems for Smarties. Now they are going to have to suffer that challenge. But I'm talking of if there was overvaluation, inflation, overpricing, is it being suggested that was Smarties that was responsible for that?
They were not party to the contract.
That's right. So we'll put that aside. But you see, I don't know. I'm not that educated when it comes to value for money audits and the processes that go with it. But I'll tell you something. Why is value for money process are targeted at reducing the potential for fraud and corruption? Other principal things are trying to promote transparency, efficiency, economy, and equal opportunity. It is not every value for money, and I haven't seen that report too. It makes me a bit worried that I haven't seen the value for money report. Because you see, when value for money reports come out, and it leads to negotiations, they do recommendations for discounts, price variations, and all. They are not necessarily evidence of fraud and corruption. And for that matter, overpricing. I'm telling you. And I've studied a lot of value for money audit processes in recent times. Let me give you a typical example. And it's, again, because of how we do our politics. The $350 million rural electrification project that the Kufuor administration began, which was inherited by the Mills administration. You recall in the early stages, there were claims that there had been an overbloating of the contract price by 70 million. Negotiations led to a price savings of 46 or so million. Take a look at this Rich Hospital. Crown agents came to a figure of 142. Negotiations led to 27. Those things, when they happen, they are based on variations, terms and conditions of the contract. We have a problem with how we structure our contracts. There appears to be a deficit in our expertise. Crown agents has actually indicated that to government over the period, that they would even prefer if they are brought into the picture before the contracts are signed, okay, so that the employer's requirement proposals are properly done. So to be honest with you, because I haven't seen this particular audit report, value for money audit report, I'm a bit cautious. But for instance, this one is the one to do the rural electrification, the 350. They made savings of 46 million at the end of the day. But nowhere is it stated or hinted that those savings were the original contract price had been inflated because somebody wanted to be corrupt. Indeed, those savings came about because of changes, for instance, even the poles that were going to be used originals. Crown agents recommend that, but we can use this one rather than that one. Okay. So it leads to a reduction in price.
Okay. So
I don't know whether you get, so the thrust of my point is that it is not always, it's not automatic that when savings are made, it was because there was corruption.
All right. Okay, thank you for that point. Unfortunately, let me just get a minute from you.
Quickly.
The suggestion is that you, the minority, raised this in Parliament and sought to, do some propaganda with it, and you've
yes, it's true. It is not Smarties who are in contracts, but it is true they are the representatives of the company, and we know the record of Smarties so far as the bus branding is concerned. Yes, there was overpricing. Now, Kwaku says he hasn't seen the report, but I can assure him Crown agents initially reported overpricing of $20 million. Then later they went ahead to do another thing, and they came up with $9 million as being overpriced. Yes, they might save some money by, say, like the things you're talking about. If you deliberately decide to put the cost of this pool to be 10 cities, and after the auditing, they say that we can get another pool at a lower cost. Yes, you are not. It's not corruption, but an attempted. You are attempting to.
Okay, so can we say that the minority was part of that if it is corruption, because you approved it?
No, we did not have this information, because at that point
you did not have the information we are told you didn't have was the connection of Smarties in the business as in representative of the China company. That's all you didn't have. That's what your leader says.
No. the Crown Agent's reports as to the overpricing, at that point in time, we haven't had...
I'm sorry, but we have run out of time.
Crown Agent I'm sorry. That there has been a deliberate attempt to overprice. Is that what they said?
Well,
but you see, we have to be careful about the difference between overpricing.
Yes.
The difference between bringing down the price. If something is overpriced, you remove the overpricing. You don't leave some
and that's what Kuku just explained. We have run out of time. Let me see, 30 seconds.
So you can't
30 seconds.
This is yet another classical example of the insincerity of the opposition in Parliament.
Are you sure?
You don't sit in Parliament, do one thing, go on air, resort to cheap propaganda to try to score political points.
But what is the important point? Isn't the issue the important point? Isn't the overpricing?
30 seconds. We are done.
For one of time, the minority leader considered that the Crown agents had done a good job. And that the value for money audit helped us save 9 million Ghana cedis.
That is not corruption.
So that is not corruption.
Okay, thank you very much. That's where we draw the curtains. Sorry. That's where we draw the curtains on the show this afternoon, morning. My guests have been Kweku Baku, who is editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guide newspaper. Madame Eva Loko is the CEO of Totally Youth and former director of the GBC. Of course, you know that now she is getting ready to see if she can wrestle the seat, the Clote Kole seat from the NDC. The NDC and the NPP are both at the moment fighting at that place. James Agalga is Deputy Interior Minister, and also Henry Kukufu is a Member of Parliament, and he represents the Bantama constituency. Thank you very much, gentlemen and lady, for coming into the studios. Have a good afternoon. This is where we draw the curtains.
Smarties is becoming